I can't believe I haven't made a video about PCOS yet. So how did I find out that I had PCOS and insulin resistance? So ever since high school, ever since I was a teenager, I've always had really irregular cycles. And when I was 16, I went on birth control, and that was kind of the answer to that problem. But then I went off birth control when I started wanting to have a baby when I was like 22, 23 years old. And I started having the same issues. I wasn't ovulating. My cycles were super irregular, maybe like 3 a year. And so I went to the doctor, and she did a bunch of tests, including like a hormone panel. We did ultrasounds, we did blood work, and basically she diagnosed me with PCOS. PCOS is when you have little cysts all on your ovaries. So basically your body like gears up to ovulate, it creates these little follicles, and then you just don't produce enough of the hormone. Gosh, I want to say it's LSH. Maybe that's right, to actually ovulate. So you just get all these little tiny cysts all over your ovaries, and they call it the string of pearls because it looks like a bunch of pearls laced around your ovaries. And then also hormone testing. So I had super high testosterone. I was gaining weight. It was really hard for me to lose weight. Kind of like no matter what I did, I just would lose like 2 pounds, and I just couldn't get the scale to budge. So that's how I was diagnosed. She put me on metformin, and told me to keep trying. I ended up having to do fertility treatments with all of my children. But just because you have PCOS doesn't mean that will also be your story. That was just my story. So I went back to the doctor after I had my third baby, because I also still hadn't gotten my period for several months. Several meaning like 8 or 9. And he basically said, look, the answer for PCOS is still birth control. So you should go back on birth control, and you'll probably have to be on it forever, or until you hit menopause. And I just really wasn't okay with that answer. I didn't like that answer. And so I started looking into other options. I switched OBs, and that's when I first heard of Ozempic. I didn't actually hear about it through my OB. I heard about it through a friend who was having really great success, who also had PCOS and insulin resistance. And when I asked my OB about it, she just didn't know anything about it. She didn't know anything about the weight loss medication or weight loss drugs. So I ended up researching telemedicine providers, because I just have 3 kids and I don't have a lot of time to go find PCP. And that's when I came across Push Health, but didn't have a lot of success with them. And so then I found Sequence, which is a telemedicine provider for obesity specifically. And that's how I was able to get Manjaro and get on the path that I am, and I'm so happy about it.